All the way up, I'm all doing up. This is my testimony, alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. You don't take a chance, you ain't had a chance, you make it. All the way up,
Is that Kevin Gates?
Yeah.
This is my testimony,
Kevin Gates?
alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. All the way up, you don't take a chance, you ain't had a chance, you make it.
I like that.
Yeah, I made that.
I like that.
I had to make a small intro.
No, I've heard that. I just never knew if that was. I never knew if that was Kevin Gates or not.
Yeah, it's Kevin Gates song.
I like Kevin Gates. I like Kevin Gates. You know this.
Yes, I know.
I like Kevin Gates. I like Kevin Gates.
Cincinnati Reds.
Oh, are you talking about Pete Rose, the one that died? Oh, yeah. Everybody dying nowadays. I like Kevin Gates. You know this.
Yes, I know.
I like Kevin.
Okay, we live, baby.
Alright.
You want me to do the intro?
Sure. I'm too relaxed to do anything.
What's up, my guys? This is Soul Wolf Mafia coming at you with two of the most famous hosts. I'm Soul Wolf.
And I'm still alive.
No, baby, say your name.
Hi.
Seriously?
That's all you get.
No, say your name.
I'm George.
Babe,
Nice
stop.
to meet you.
Stop. Say your name.
I don't have a nickname yet. We still are working on. Oh, the Queen.
Snow Wolf Queen.
Oh yeah, that whole thing is still up in the air.
I know, but anyway, and today,
so I don't have an official title
on
yet.
Conspiracy Theories of the World, we have none other that we had to bring him here today. We have Elvis Presley. Is he alive or is it a hoax? Viva Las Vegas. So you want to start us off, honey?
I don't know.
Since you know more about it than I do, you want to tell the story?
Well, years ago, back in like the 1950s, something like that, when Elvis was getting his big break and everything. You know, he was controversial to say the least. Wasn't a very controversial artist. And supposedly he died in 1977. Yeah, 77. But what really throws off is when you die, the human body loses all fluids, all body functions, everything. Because that's when, as soon as you die, rigor mortis sets in shortly after that.
I know.
So, which means the body loses its inability to hold in urine, fecal matter, sweat, anything.
Yeah, so, she was a nurse, she knows all this.
I'm not a doctor, I just go based off what I see.
I know. You worked as a nurse for quite a while, so you learned a lot of things.
Exactly. So, fast forward to the day of Elvis' funeral.
So if I die medically, you know who did it.
Rude.
Yeah.
I need to get life insurance on you first.
So you heard it here, folks. You want to get life insurance and kill me?
Oh, I'm not. No.
I'm just kidding, my guys. I just like teasing her.
No, but like, fast forward to Elvis's funeral, whatever was in the, and I say whatever, because there's no, if you think about it, if you medically know how the human body works, and then you think back to his funeral, there's no way possible that could have been him, because whatever was laying in the casket was, it was seen like visibly sweating, not from like residue or anything like that, visibly sweating. If you're
He was
dead,
probably holding it in his last part.
uh, but no, like they're saying that he replaced himself with a wax figure, and on the day of his funeral is when he escaped, went back to Graceland, lived out there for a while.
But didn't he show up at his funeral?
There's rumors about
But he
there's
had like
rumors
some kind of
about that.
mask on or something.
There's rumors about that, but there's also a video of a guy who went to Graceland with his family like 2 days after Elvis died, and or supposedly died, and he looked and he took a picture. Now at this time, you could tour a lot of the property. Nowadays, a major well, you could see the pool house. You could before they had
There's only
allowed
one
you to
room in
tour.
that place you can't visit.
Yeah, and that's upstairs. Yeah, but back then you could take pictures of like the pool house and stuff, but now they won't. You can't do it. But there's a video of this guy who took a picture of the pool house, and if you look closely into the picture, now this is in like the late 1970s. Photoshop didn't exist back then. The internet didn't exist. It didn't exist yet, so Photoshop could not have happened. If you look closely in the frame of the door of the pool house on Graceland property, you see, and you can clearly see plain as day, Elvis Presley sitting in his pool house, dressed in had his hair done, jumpsuit on, just lounging around, and then another picture was taken and he was gone, almost as if he'd realized he'd been caught.
Ooh,
And
that's a
the
tough
thing
one.
is with that, the guy took this picture to professional photographers, some of the world's best photographers, and they have said multiple times that that has to be Elvis because there is no way physically possible that this could be altered. There's no way it could be edited. There, it's impossible.
It's impossible.
Back then, it was physically impossible to Photoshop pictures and stuff like that. So it had to have been Elvis. But then again, there's also rumors of
I mean,
Elvis
that
living
they
in
may
our.
have not been Photoshop, but there was such a thing as manipulating an image.
Yeah, that's what they tossed around. They said that it could also have been um, somebody who looked similar, almost. You know, kind of like how we had a discussion on the whole Tupac thing. Kind of that. But you know what I'm talking about? Or not?
I'm here.
Whatever.
No,
Um.
continue. I thought I heard the gate open. That's why I was looking.
Oh, let's not important right now. So you know how we were talking about the whole Tupac thing,
Yeah.
and how there's people out there that supposedly look like Tupac when it's
Yeah.
really.
You swear that he's still alive.
I swear he still is. I'm almost convinced he still is. That's
People
another.
are convinced that he's alive because there's no tombstone here. There's no nothing.
There's
But
nothing.
I did my research and I found out that part of his ashes was thrown in the sea, and the rest was taken up to South Africa, where his roots are.
Well, it was Saddam Hussein, or not? It was Osama bin Laden, but that's here nor there.
No, it was Tupac. His mom even said it on the
Okay,
news.
babe. Okay. Zip it. Now.
Rude. Tell me to zip it on my own stream.
I do what I want.
Oh, you don't. It's my stream.
I married you.
Not legally yet.
Okay, then keep it up.
I'll make sure to put everything on the dog's name so I won't lose anything.
Keep it up. You won't make it to your wedding day.
See how rude she is to me? She don't love me.
Really? Anyway.
She knows I love her. I love teasing her.
I love you too, baby. But no, then if you fast forward like forever and a day ago,
Forever and a day ago.
there's a man by the name of Bob Joyce. Now that name comes if anybody knows anything about Elvis Presley, that name sounds oddly familiar to everybody. He is a preacher man in Arkansas. I know exactly where he's at. Meaning, I can't remember the name of the town, but I know about how to get there. I know who he is.
Man, you be stalking?
My dad's obsessed with Elvis. What do you expect?
I know he is.
But anyway, so everybody is saying that Bob Joyce is Elvis Presley. Now, from the looks, I can see where they get that because he looks like Elvis. The body shape, the hairline, the jawline, the everything is like Elvis. Just and when he opens his mouth to sing, that is Elvis Presley. You cannot fake it. That is you cannot fake that. You can't. That's all natural, 100%. That is Elvis Presley. And another thing, and another theory that people are believing, oh, Elvis is still alive and he is this preacher man in Arkansas. Because why? If Bob Joyce is not Elvis Presley, Elvis Aaron Presley, then explain to me how in the world Bob Joyce's biological son could pass for Elvis Presley's identical twin brother. They've literally taken a picture of Bob Joyce's biological son
I don't know.
and took a picture of Elvis Presley, put them side by side, and could not tell them apart. Explain that. So there's that. And another thing that they got, and another theory that backs this up. A few years ago, may she rest in peace. Lisa Marie Presley passed away.
Was that
That's
his
Elvis's daughter. Yes,
How did she pass
that
away?
was his daughter. Oh God, she'd been battling. She'd had drug problems for so long. I think she finally died of I think it was a heart attack. I think it was a drug-related heart attack.
Didn't she date
But
Michael Jackson?
yeah, they were married for a while. She was on and off drugs for so many years, and I think it finally just got
Well,
up to her.
she left Michael Jackson because she didn't want a kid.
Yeah, but anyway, that's another story for another time.
I know.
We'll eventually get into Michael Jackson at some point. So this Bob Joyce showed up to Lisa Marie's funeral surrounded by security guards. I mean to tell you, the media, they would not let anybody near him. They would not let anybody look at him. Wherever he went, security surrounded him like a hawk. If he so much went to the bathroom on Graceland, there was security standing outside the stall.
Who, the Reverend?
No, Bob Joyce, yes.
Yes, I said the Reverend.
Yeah, preacher, reverend. Ironically, there is a difference. I don't know how or why, but there is. I'll explain that to you later. But no, Bob Joyce could not even go to the bathroom. The security would surround the door. They surrounded his chair. Everywhere he went, he was surrounded by security. Explain to me. Now, I think Lisa Marie's funeral was open to the public. It might have been. It might not have been. Then again, Bob Joyce might also be friends with the Presleys. That's very possible too. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta think, why would a common man from Arkansas need that much security going to a funeral? If you're not a celebrity and you're just a common, hardworking, blue collar man from everyday rural Arkansas, why do you need that much security? Why do you need all that? Why do you need security to follow you to the bathroom and everywhere you go? Why are you so protective of your identity? Because you're Elvis Presley. That's why. And I know this is all a far fetched idea, and people are like, "Oh, just let the man." And it is far fetched, but Luis knows my daddy,
Yes, I do.
and he knows my daddy's the biggest Elvis fanatic ever. I grew up hearing every Elvis theory, every Elvis movie, every Elvis album, every song, everything to do with Elvis. I grew up hearing every Elvis. What are these things called that we're doing? Um, um. What the hell are we doing?
Conspiracy theory?
Thank you. I've heard every conspiracy theory about Elvis. I've heard it all. My father has the original. Well, not the first copy. One of the original copies of the newspaper the day Elvis died. Now, and another thing, um, I know we're kind of getting forward here. I want to backtrack a minute. So, if anybody knows anything about Elvis, his middle name is Aaron, which is spelled Aron. Another reason people are suspecting that Elvis is still alive, if you go to Graceland and you go to where he's supposedly buried, on his tombstone it reads Aron. Two A's. Not one, but two. Now there's rumors that Elvis had that done on purpose to throw people off. To make them think, to make them wonder. Like,
Oh, okay.
and there's so many, but and a lot of these conspiracy theories are coming to light. But it's the whole and the Bob Joyce thing. It's just a. I mean, there's too much evidence. It's kind of like for me, it's kind of like Tupac Shakur. I mean, completely different in a way, but the situations are just similar. Two people, people think they're still alive, but there is more evidence leading to Elvis's still being alive than Tupac. But but explain to me, how can somebody from Arkansas who has supposedly no relation to Elvis Presley, not related at all, none, give have his wife give birth to a biological son who is a spitting image of Elvis Presley? How? How can Bob Joyce, a supposed Arkansas native, make a son that looks exactly like Elvis?
There's a guy on The Voice that looks exactly like young Elvis.
Well, kids nowadays with all their Nowadays, yeah, I fully believe it. But you gotta think, Bob Joyce has been around for many, many years.
Yeah, I know.
So that's just a conspiracy theory. And honestly, and a lot of, you know what somebody asked me one day?
What?
If somebody asked me, they said, you like Elvis. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting there. I said, no, I do. I like Elvis. I'm a fan of Elvis. And they're like, what would you do if it was confirmed that he was still alive? I'm like, what do you want us to do? How do you want us to react? Let the man live. Like the man, like if this Bob Joyce is Elvis Presley, let the man do the Lord's work because he's escaping the drug abuse, the alcohol abuse. He's turning his life around. He wants to do over. If this is really Elvis, which I don't think it is, I'm 50-50 on the whole Elvis being alive thing. I'm 50-50. It's like Tupac. I'm 50-50. If it's confirmed one day 100% that Elvis is still alive, let the man live. Leave him alone. He wanted to get rid of all of us for a reason. Not
Pretty much.
because he not because he wanted to, but because of the media and everything, and it was all too much for him. He felt that was all he needed to do, and so that was his escape. To be honest, I would back up Elvis Presley. Like, yes, boo, you do it. I'm sorry, but I can't blame Elvis for wanting to fake his own death. I can't. You know?
I mean,
You know what? I'm sorry if I took over a majority of this. I apologize.
no, you're fine. I was just saying,
You're probably like, babe, shut up. It's my turn.
no. Not
What?
really.
No, go ahead. I said what I had to say, what I knew. Now let's hear
Well, I
your
don't
side.
know very much at all. The thing.
Okay, okay, let me ask you this. What is your opinion on everything I just said? What do you, okay, do you have any questions about anything?
Um, not really. I've heard it all, especially about the pastor. That one I saw recently, and I was
Yes. And
trying to see the picture. I'm
and
like, how is that Presley? But then again, I can see it especially because of the sideburns. Because Presley has some thick sideburns that ran down, but no beard. And oddly enough, the other guy does too, just like Presley.
mhm.
Like I never listened to too much Presley. Most of the songs I've listened to was Blue Suede Shoes and Hound Dog.
Okay, stop. Elvis Presley's got some good music uh, out there. Okay, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Okay, take a look at the picture you have as the background.
Yeah.
Okay, look. Okay, stop. I'm about to like blow people's minds right now.
Okay.
Okay, look at Elvis. Okay, stop. Seriously,
Okay.
check out Elvis' hairline. Look at his sideburns. You see how at the bottom of his sideburns, if you go up, how the front of his hair is exactly like that? How his hair
Mhm.
is right there? Okay, you see how Elvis's hair looks right there, right?
Yeah.
Go look at Bob Joyce. He has that exact same head of hair, except now that Elvis is older, it's white and he has a beard.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Same hairline, same sideburns, same everything.
Hmm. Crazy coincidental, isn't it?
It's crazy. And granted, in the end, the conspiracy theory is just that. It's a conspiracy theory. It's neither true nor false. It's just kind of one of those things that it's kind of fun to argue about, you know? You can't confirm nor deny it. But it's also one of those things that, like, the more you learn about it, the more it's just like, oof. And growing up around it and knowing so much about it, it's crazy because I've heard so many different theories. Like, for example, in the movie, is it Home Alone? I think it is. I think it's in the movie Home Alone. In the airport scene, you see Elvis Presley.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
I don't remember. I might have the movie wrong, so do not quote me on that. But supposedly there's a movie, and it came out years ago. I think before you and I were born. You were born in what, 89?
Yeah.
So probably a few years before you were born. There's supposedly a movie that came out when we were kids that you could see Elvis Presley in, and I can't remember what the name of it is, but that's neither here nor there. Um, Elvis Presley was very controversial.
I can tell.
So let's put down the conspiracy theory for a minute and let's. Did you know that Elvis Presley pursued Priscilla when she was only 14 and
What?
he was Priscilla was 14 and Elvis was in his early 20s.
Oh.
Mhm.
Well, you gotta remember back then. Back then, the laws weren't as they are now.
Right. But I mean, I'm not seeing anything bad about him. No, I'm just it's just random facts, you know. Um Elvis's favorite one of his favorite things to eat was the fried peanut butter and banana sandwich. Oh. Uh, Elvis released gospel albums.
Oh yeah, the gospel album.
Mm.
I forgot all about those.
Elvis didn't like Michael Jackson
Why?
because of the supposed Michael Jackson was a pedophile.
No, he wasn't.
But you remember back then when that whole
I want to
thing
eventually
blew up?
cover Michael Jackson's conspiracy theories too.
We will. But you remember back then that was a whole big case.
Yeah, I
That's why
know.
Elvis never liked him.
Then people found out that it was all fake because
Yeah.
the mom was coercing it for money.
But hmm.
Somebody's getting sleepy.
Yeah, um I think we should just like I don't know. You kind of want to cut this short and just spend time together.
Sure. Well, my guys,
Mm.
thank you for coming. Whoever showed up and watched, thank you. And I will see you guys on tomorrow's stream.
Mm.
And stay tuned on my socials. I will be announcing what the next team is going to be. That being said, this is